Namaste and welcome everybody. Today we have a very special guest on our show, Dr. N. Anandavalli, Director of CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center. And she's not just a scientist or the head of an institution, she's a stellar researcher with a huge background and a lot of experience in structural engineering research. She's also the fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Women Associate of the Indian National Academy of Science, distinguished alumni of PSG College of Technology, amongst whole lot of other honors and awards and professional achievements. Let's hear from Dr. Anandavalli. Welcome.
Vanakkam and Namaskar.
Namaskar. Ma'am, we would like to hear from you about your work and what CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center does in terms of the work that is driving research in the field in India.
Yeah. CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center is one of the 38 national laboratories under Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. So it was established on 10th June 1965. Since then, we are serving the nation with our knowledge gained over the decades for shaping the infrastructure. There is, in one line, I should say, if I had to say about my institution. And if you, I would like to share a slide where I'll be uh, giving the key output from our institution in the field of structural engineering.
Definitely, ma'am. I'll put up the slides.
Yeah. So, what is our role in nation building? I'll take you through another 5 minutes, maybe,
Please.
where I can just highlight upon water. As I told, it is with one spirit we were serving the nation, that is on the area of structural engineering, and we work on four different verticals. One is trying to understand the science behind the events, and then
Mhm.
we gain knowledge, apply it towards the industrial problems and consultancy, and
Right.
as well as we take part in societal developments as well as strategic sector. We are placed in Chennai, the
Mhm.
southern part of India.
Right.
And if I have to come to the legacy, so the India's first fly ash building is in our campus, wherein there is 30 to 40% of replacement of cement with the fly ash. This is
Okay.
way back 70s that even people never thought about utilization of fly ash. Now people are thinking. So we demonstrated this. And similarly, there are other important achievements during this decade, earlier decades, some of which are highlighted in this slide, and I would like to bring it to your notice that cold deform bars, which was
Mm.
once imported technology, was developed indigenized in the center, and then it has been taken by Tiscon, and we have generated a lot of revenue out of it, and also import substitution award. So now it has become a common practice to use these bars. And
Okay.
prefabrication, people talked right now, but we way back in 70s we had the technology, so we were much ahead what we were doing.
Right.
And coming in between, we try to understand the national capacity where we need our own technologies or our own interventions. So you can see a number of in this slide, number of our participation. One thing which I would like to highlight upon on societal ground is the cyclone shelter. So in
Right.
Odisha, with the help of people, Red Cross Society, we have installed this 37 number of such cyclone shelter where people, every cyclone, it saves a lot of lives. So
Right.
it's the way the civil engineering people will work, because we work with for the society.
Right.
And later, structural health monitoring, as we do our health checkups, we have to also monitor the structures. That is the focus in the later years, and also other developments such as aerodynamic studies or seismic related to disaster mitigations.
Right.
So we are working on 6 different thrust areas, addressing different aspects of structural engineering, and also 10 different laboratories within this center where different aspects are being studied.
Mhm.
So we also run a journal and a course where PhD people, industry sponsored PhDs also there.
Right.
So coming to some of the technologies, sustainable technologies, later we can, if some of you are interested in asking some questions, I'll be ready to answer. We have got number of such sustainable technologies, sector-built technology, where building blocks are there. This will be much more useful for small-scale industries where they can take up this technology and generate these things. And
Right.
also geopolymer concrete paver blocks, ultra high performance concrete products, textile reinforced concrete, where industrial textiles are being used as reinforcement. We have got fencing, which
Mm-hmm.
again can be used in the rural areas, and the flash aggregates and other lot more. And
Right.
also, this is another aspects which we do dissipative fuse links is there, where this kind of product can be installed in a steel column, a beam column joint, which will take up the energy in case of a disaster.
Right.
And on the defense sector also, recently for one of the Laddu Yog Bharat, the Senegal doors have taken this technology on the multi-hit security booth. And renewable energy infrastructure, these are the other aspects which we are working. And structural health monitoring is our strength, where we go to the sites and do the structural health checkup. And also across India, we travel and do the energy safety audit of structures. And also, this is a right side figure shows where our scientists have gone and investigated the railway bridges.
Right. Right.
This is the technology portfolio. Some of them for the societal reasons we are having free of cost technologies also.
Right.
So this is in a nutshell, and some of the technologies that are being developed, which may be available for commercialization and other implementation in recent future,
Mm-hmm.
are related here. And with that, I would like to conclude whatever we do, we try to always aim for excellence. That is what we try to do. Thank you. Like that is a nutshell what ACRC is all about.
Right. It's so nice to know about all these technologies, and I'm sure with the tallest bridge in the world happening in J&K and the longest one now happening in Bihar, and all these infrastructure impetus that has been given by the government, your department is very busy helping these modern wonders getting created.
Yeah.
At the same time, I would like, as the representative of Lagu Udyog Bharati, the largest organization of MSMEs in India, how does SERC work with the small and medium enterprises in terms of them adopting the best practices in structural engineering field?
Yeah. We can classify into two or three ways which we can work with the LUB or a small and medium micro enterprises.
Right.
Say, for example, some of the technologies like say for paver blocks, where a lot of investment is not required and sophisticated equipments are all not required, instruments
Right.
or the machinery is not required. These things, a medium or small scale industry can take this and then use it. We
Mhm.
also have a kind of technologies for that, and which is also useful in like products like ferrocement. We have got modular water tanks. So
Right.
these are all technologies which ready-made things can, as an alternative to the plastic, we can bring all these things
Right.
inside. In that area, we can help the LUBs and also skilling them. Recently, we also conducted skilling course for masons.
Right.
So in those cases of updating their knowledge or latest developments, we
Mhm.
do courses, and we can also have a course customized to your requirement. Like if a group of people come, at least minimum of 25, they come up with something where they want some skilling, we can do that also.
Right.
And if you're having some kind of you're entering into somewhere you want to explore where structural engineering things are there, we can also help you in that.
Okay.
Say for example, some consultancy services we can do, and also some sponsored research. You want to come out with a product which will help, we can also do that.
Okay. Fantastic. And ma'am, when it comes to structural design and safety standards, you know that small industries struggle to understand the core concepts and also the importance of these things. So, is
Mm-mm.
there an outreach program from SERC to help raise the awareness in the industry about the importance of proper structural design and safety standards.
Yeah. Coming to the safety standards and structural design, one kind of proof checking we do, that is okay that we do it, but to help your people to understand what is exactly where you have to be cautioned, or you have to take precautions in executing your projects or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
we can conduct courses where this kind of awareness on the codal provisions
Right.
update. Maybe people are not aware what is the latest coded provisions which has to be adopted in their designs. Those kind of thing we can also conduct such courses. Already we are conducting courses where you can take part. You will be not only theoretical background but the practical aspects as well as the codal provisions and the awareness will be disseminated through that. What knowledge we gain, we disseminate through that.
Okay, great. And when it comes to knowledge which is there, but I mean research which has happened in your labs, you have various different labs uh,
Mm.
developing different technologies. Is it accessible to MSMEs to say come and have technology transfer or some kind of a licensing model where they can make use of the research and innovation that is happening in your labs to enhance their offerings or their products?
Yeah, we have got some of the testing laboratories. Say, for
Right.
example, seismic qualification. If a packaging industry is there, if they want to do some kind of shock testing, or in case of some products which requires seismic qualification, all
Hmm.
these kind of testing we do, and also for steel rails, railway bridges, or then
Right.
rails for fatigue testing. All these kind of testing facilities available, and for SMEs and our LUBs, there is some kind of discount based on the guidelines issued by CSIR.
Okay.
We also offer that discount to them. And also coming to the technology transfers, again we have got a technology transfer guidelines. Based
Hmm.
on that, we work out the technology cost, and then you can take our technologies which is interested, which you can market and then take it in next level. Recently, I think this multi-hit security booth was taken by one of your LUBs.
Right.
So they have taken and they are trying to market it. So we
Okay.
also help them in popularizing this, as well as in case if they come up with some kind of requirement to customize it, that
Right.
also we try to help them.
Amazing. Would you like to share one of the success stories in your career where you have seen an industry
Hmm.
benefit by the innovation that has happened in your lab and go and scale it up commercially to benefit the society?
Yeah, there are two things which I could quote. One is with textile reinforced concrete products. Actually, one small scale industry, they came up and then they have taken this particular product. The advantage of it, it's industrial textile is used as reinforcement, so corrosion, it is void of corrosion, and this technology particularly they have taken and they have created this boundary walls and other such products using
Okay.
that. And the other side, we have got paver blocks.
Okay.
So geopolymer paver blocks and other kind of paver blocks, where a small industry has taken it up and they are using it and they are very successful in that.
Nice. Very nice. And when you decide the direction, or in terms of policy making, what are the new areas that have to be taken up in the research in the field of structural engineering? What How would you guide the industry people, particularly small industry, in terms
Hmm.
of the upcoming areas in this field?
Yeah, as you know, there is a lot of trust in the infrastructure
Yeah.
requirement. Not only the infrastructure building is building the infrastructure is one aspect. The other aspect is maintenance of it. So there are a
Right.
lot of scope in that area also, and
Hmm.
the latest technologies like IoTs can be used in that. And
Hmm.
sensor is another area where indigenous sensors, there is a lot of demand for that. So we are also in the process of making indigenous sensors. So some of our people can take up this and then produce these sensors so that we can use them in our own construction and other structural health monitoring aspect of it.
Right.
And where there is ease of construction, where we go for precast,
Right.
that's also possible. And we have got for mass housing some schemes where people can adopt this technology. And
Hmm.
Secro built, as I have shown, highlighted in the presentation, these are a few of the things which people will be taking. It's current as well as futuristic, some of the aspects of it.
Okay. And any particular field or line of products that perhaps can be added to this list, which will help Bharat become more Atmanirbhar, as in self-sufficient. If we are already, importing huge amounts of a particular product or a line of products, uh, if you could shed some light on that.
One is on emergency retrieval system. If I
Hmm.
had to restoration system, this is a for transmission line towers. For maybe 1,000 kilometers or so, we need one such emergency restoration system. This is in case if the transmission line tower is damaged or it is collapsed due to cyclone, we have to
Right.
restore power immediately. For this kind of system is required. Right now, it is being imported,
Okay.
and the SCRC has come up with the indigenous technology, and three industry people have taken up this and they are producing it. So
Amazing.
soon we'll be having our own product, which is 40% less costly, and it is our own product. With pride, we can install it.
Right.
And the other one, I should say, is on this indigenous product. Again, expansion free joint. Like when you go on a bridge, you can. There is a expansion joints which is made of steel, which gives
Hmm.
you a kind of disturbance when you travel on the bridge. To
Hmm.
overcome this, we are in the process of developing a particular technology where it is a cementitious composite that will be replacing this steel one, so that you will have a smooth ride. So
Amazing.
once this technology is there, I think that will be one of its kind in India, and then we'll have a better roads to travel,
Right. Right.
bridges particularly.
Uh, Talking of transportation and roads, you mentioned earlier in your presentation about disaster management or areas prone like cyclone in Odisha. There are various such risks and threats from the natural disasters to a lot of infrastructure across the country, and I'm sure across the world. But what is the specific role of SARC in developing or innovating on resilient infrastructure, and where can MSMEs join hands with you in this field to develop
Yeah.
some innovation which is going to help save lives and also destruction to property?
Yeah. Disaster mitigation is one of the thrust areas of CSIR SCRC,
Right.
and we focus on wind engineering, that is a cyclone aspect of it. The other one is on the earthquake. This is natural hazards, and man-made hazards where blast and impact is also taken it up on.
Right.
This blast and impact will be on the military side or the defense side,
Mhm.
more on that. And coming to the other civilian side, these are all the important infrastructure we have to protect, as well as the mass housing and other things.
Right.
So in this case, if you see, we are having a testing facility where the scaled structures can be tested, and we can understand their behavior and come up with a kind of isolators and other things for disaster, for earthquake disasters.
Right.
And in case of cyclones, again we come up with the say for ground mounted solar arrays. There is
Right.
no guideline. So we have come out with guidelines, and this will go into Bureau of Indian Standards. Indirectly, it will be reaching people.
Okay.
So these are all few of the disaster things which we address, and we also take into account the climate resilience, because nowadays the climate change imposes many other challenges.
Right.
So right now in our campus, we have a demonstration of a climate resilient building for suiting to this southern region of the country. So,
Nice.
say for example, it has got two technologies. One is like it will be using jet cavity blocks, where
Mm-hmm.
it enhances the seismic resilience. This is a
Okay.
very simple technology which enhances the. It's like a brick with a jet and cavity, so that that mechanism enhances the seismic resilience. The other one is with secro-built building blocks,
Mm-hmm.
which reduces the temperature, inside temperature, and also this about 5 to 10 degrees difference is there. So this again helps people staying in a this kind of hot and humid region. So
Okay.
these are all different technologies which is available for
Right.
in case of disaster
Right.
resilience.
Ma'am,
And
with
also in piping, if you see for this is on the societal side. If you come to the industry side, piping has a lot of vibrations. So to
Mhm.
address that, adaptable uh, isolators are being developed.
Okay.
So soon we'll be transferring these technologies.
Right.
So this will be implemented in the industry also.
Right. If you permit me, ma'am, I'll take drive the questions a little more towards your personal journey.
Mm.
You've been a civil engineer, masters in civil engineering, a doctorate in civil engineering. How easy or difficult it was for you from the beginning to be a scientist, on top of it be a woman scientist in India in those days, and how did you fight with the challenges? If you could share some parts of your journey.
Sure. Actually, when I joined engineering, it is very rare that in those days women joining engineering was less, relatively less. I should not say no, but it was
Right.
relatively less. But even in spite of that, I should thank my parents and my family, those who allow, like when I took this, they also accepted it. And then later, after marriage, also my family, my husband was very supportive, so that I could come up to this level.
Right.
Without the family support and family other support system, it's very difficult. One thing I was lucky in that, but it also has other aspect of it.
Hmm.
Being lucky is one, and we have to put equally the hard work. Without pain, no gain.
Certainly.
So. Uh, I joined this institution as junior research fellow, the
Right.
as a research fellow, then sustained here, and then I joined as scientist later in '98 and continued to be here. And whatever happens, like I never give up, so I continue to work with the same spirit. Of course, being a lady, there are some challenges going to the site and other things, but it we have to answer. I think we have to take all these things as part of our journey and then move forward.
Yes.
So
It is
we
an
also
super
understand the
inspiring.
limitations, our strength as well as our limitations, and expand, try to overcome the limitations with
Right.
different kind of aspects. So it's possible.
And you are putting it very humbly, ma'am, but I would like to share with our audience that Dr. Anandavalli has three patents filed. One is an Indian patent, one is an international patent, and one another in the US. She has numerous publications to her credit. She has various awards and has received various fellowships. It is very, very difficult to be a scientist, and that to operate in a government setup, and to reach the head of such a critical institution within CSIR. It is commendable. And if you can share something about your personal vision for SERC, what do you want SERC to become in the coming years, please?
Yeah. My personal vision for SCRC is that I want to put SCRC in a global arena. So
Right.
even though here and there we are having our presence in the global arena, I want SCRC to be a global leader in structural engineering. That is my vision. Like even within my period, if it happens, I'll be happy. But I will put
Right.
all the stepping stones so that it will be achieved. Even if not now, in near future, it should happen, and I
Right.
will take all necessary steps for that.
Amazing. I'm getting a lot of questions, ma'am, and people have asked details about your profile. So I've put in the link to your profile for everyone on. So it is going in the comments. One last question I would like to ask today, because we are coming close to the end of the show, is, knowledge center for industry is the role that SCRC wants to play. And uh, we, as an association, or a group of industrialists, as I would like to put it, would love to be very close to this knowledge center for industry, because uh, particularly in small industry, it is the innovation and research arm or dimension which is a little weak compared to the large corporations who have huge R&D centers. So, if you could give us one last tip in terms of how small industries can approach centers like SERC and join hands, so that maybe we can provide some of our resources, you can provide some of your expertise, and we can jointly innovate so that the country benefits and moves ahead.
Surely, like even in life, it's not an individual. Like individually, we can grow, but collectively, we can grow much faster.
Right.
So it's always complementary. Like you have got some kind of setup, and we have got some kind of knowledge. If the knowledge is being used, it has value.
Yes.
So we also want our technologies to be implemented, and you'll be our partners so that we can move forward. And if you can pose us some challenging problems,
Right.
surely our scientists will be interested to solve those problems, and collectively we will build a better nation, and we'll move towards Vikshit Bharat. That is what we all aspire, and surely with all our collective effort, it will happen.
Right. That's so nice, ma'am. It's been half an hour already. It feels like 10 minutes. You have been giving so much information, and people are putting in their praise in the comments. I wish we could have continued for another half an hour, but given the name of our podcast, it's 2020. We try to keep it at 30 minutes max.
Okay.
Thanks again for coming and accepting our invite to share all the information. I've already provided the public link for your profile as well as contact. If anybody needs any further information from Dr. Anandavalli or SARC, they can reach out to us. We will be helpful to. We'll be more than happy to provide the contact details. Thanks
Thank
again
you.
for sharing all the information, ma'am.
Thank
Namaste.
you, and, for LUB for giving us this opportunity where we also love to be part of, join hands with LUB and then move forward. Thank you.
Completely our pleasure, ma'am. Completely our pleasure. Thank you.